Shabbat shalom, everybody. This is Rabbi Stephen, and I am going live with another service here. Okay, see, finish. Ending my broadcast. That's not what I want. Okay, I'm going to do this on Facebook too. Okay, not sure what I did there, but okay. So, oh, I know what I got to do. Excuse me for 1 second. Okay, hello, everybody. Rabbi Stephen here, or as I'm going by Rashbi, Rabbi Shmuel ben Yehoshua. Okay, got that there. Got that there. I am live. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this prayer book. This is the Weekday Siddur Sim Shalom. And I've got, as you can see, I'm going to share this screen. And that way I'm going to be able to do the Hebrew and you're going to be able to follow along in the English. So put this away here so I can get to that. Okay. All right. So hope you're doing well. Good morning. And thank you for joining me, for those of you that are. So let's start our service. And upon entering the sanctuary, this is a typical response. We sing Ma'atovu. You've got the transliteration, which is the English rendering of the Hebrew. And you also have the actual translation. Yaakov Mishkenotecha Yisrael Va'ani Barof Hastacha Avo Vetecha Eshtacha Ve'eshtacha 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 Ve'elchechol Kachka Be'yiratecha Eshtacha Ve'eshtacha 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 Ve'elchechol Kachka Be'yiratecha. So now that we've space, we start doing some prayers, okay? And we say, Baruch nafshi et Adonai, Adonai halta galta ma'od, hod v'hadar v'vashta l'teb or b'salma notesh shamayim b'yirah. So we say a little meditation before we start putting on our talitot, our talit, our prayer shawl. Hineni medatefa betzitzi kadeva lekayem mitzvot bari kakatu b'torah asulachem tzitzi akin fevig vehem l'doratam uchem shanim kaset v'talit b'olam hazeh kain tizkeh nishmati l'tchit lavesh v'talit na'ale olam haba amen. And we say put on our talit. And my minchag, or tradition, is to kiss one side and say the blessing for putting on a talit. In Judaism, we say blessings for, just about everything. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. I kiss the other side, put it on, drape it, and say a meditation, as you can see from Psalm 36, verses 8 to 11. Ma'yikaras tacha Elohim uvdei adam b'tzel kanafecha yechesayun. Yibedum b'tesh mideshen b'tei techa v'nachal adonecha tashkein ki amacha makor chayim b'orcha nere or v'shochas tacha b'yodecha v'tzikata v'yishrei lev. Drape it around and put on my little clip. Next, we put on our tefillin. And I'm going to loosen my buttons here I'm going to roll my sleeve up a little bit so I can put my tefillin on. Tefillin comes from the Hebrew word meaning to pray. And once again, we're going to say a little meditation. And I will say that I'm very proud of the tefillin I'm going to put on. These are going to be 100-year-old tefillin that I've just had restored. In fact, my great-grandfather used them. My father had them for a while. Made sure the parchment inside is new. It's totally kosher, which means it's written the right way. The letters are written the right way. I also just got some new ratzuot, which is the Hebrew word plural for straps, which I've tied myself, and I'll show you when I put them on. But first, let's do our quick meditation on top of the page. Neged Palei v'chavein abazeh et libeinu la'avato va'al harosh neged avshachashmash imasha archo shai v'chochotai v'yuchbima yiyu la'avarota dato amen selah. So once again, there are blessings. I'm going to make this a little shorter so I can fit more on the page. And we say our blessings as we put on our tefillin. Be careful not to drop this or else I'll be fasting for a day. And first goes on the arm tefillin. And as you can see, I've got some brand new containers for it, some brand new straps. And I got on YouTube and found a nice video that I was able to tie the knot that goes on the arm. And this is actually the knot on the arm for the yod, for yud. Yud is a small Hebrew letter, and which means arm. Container, tefillin. And this is a strap, goes right by the heart. Pull this up a little bit more. And you're going to bear with me. I'm going to ask for your bear with me a little bit because the arm's a little tricky. You can see it goes a different way, but the reason the straps go this way is so that this part of it can go right by, this one can go right by the heart. So it's a little tough to get it really tight. And tie it around once. And I saw where we tied around 3 times so we can make the letter shin. And for those of you that don't know what the Hebrew letter shin is, just think of the Vulcan salute like this. This is what a shin looks like. Stands for Shaddai, which means Almighty in Hebrew. Okay, so we say Baruch, like I said, Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Sher Kiddushanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahaniach tefillin. And we wind it around. And we take it real tight because we don't want it falling off, but also so that as we're praying, we're aware that we are wearing the tefillin, that the straps are on our arm. Sometimes they get a little tangled in the seat. And me, I like to wind it really tight so that it doesn't come down. And we wind it 7 times. Beautiful new straps I got. 7 times. 7 is in Hebrew is the number for completion. And we're going to be making another letter shin on here. I know that some people do one or the other. I'm going to kind of do both. Okay. Wind it around a little bit while we put on the head tefillin. The head tefillin. And say a blessing, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvah b'tzivanu al mitzvah of putting on tefillin. Careful not to drop them. And we put them around our head. I'll make sure the straps are facing out. As you can see, the knot. Yes, I tied that myself. I'm real proud of it. This is a dalet. The Hebrew word dalet kind of looks a little like this. Dump, dump. And we say Baruch, as we tighten this a little bit, we say Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchut Olam Va'ed, to separate the two blessings. Now, as we're going to wind this around our middle finger, the long finger, and as we do, we say, Ve'estich li li'olam ve'estich li b'tzedek u'mishpat b'tzedek u'mishpat v'chesed v'rachamim ve'estich li li'olam v'yadat et Adonai. And I'm doing my best to make a shin on my hand. Kind of looks like the English letter W. Pull it nice and tight. Kind of tuck it under. These are, like I said, new straps, so they're a little tight, which is good. I like that. And tuck it in so that it holds it in place really tight, really snug. And now we are ready to continue praying with Hashem. You know, a lot of times I have coffee when I'm doing this. My son comes in and goes, "You're having coffee when you're praying?" I said, "Yes, it's kind of like my morning meeting with God. And when you have a morning meeting, what do? You have coffee, right? There you go. All right. Okay. So now we have some morning affirmations that we do. Kind of take us throughout the course of the day. Gift for the body. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yatzar et ha'madachma v'hachma uvaravo nikavim nechavim chalalim chalalim. Galui v'yadur lifnei chisei kavod she'im kavodecha she'im yipiteach echad mehem o yisatem echad mehem yashar lehitkayem v'la'amod lefanecha Baruch atah Adonai rofecha basar u'mafli la'asot. Now we say for the gratitude for the gift of the soul, a little song here I like to sing. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bi tehorahi, Ata verata, Ata yitzarta, Ata nefachta bihi, Ve'ata meshamera, Bakir bi. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shenatata bihi tehorahi. And now we continue. Oh, sorry about that. Continue with the blessing. Last word on the second line. Ati li labi meni lachazi rabi lati lavo. Kal zaman shachan shema bekir bimodeh. Ani lefanecha Adonai Elohai ve'Elahei avotai ve'imotahai. Ribon kol masim adon kol hanashamot. Baruch atah Adonai neshamot lefkarim meitetihim. Now we say a little quick affirmation. Hey, Reini Mikabel Eli Mitzvah Peri. Next, we come to the gift of the Torah because we pass through, as we go through our prayer service, we are going to be reciting blessings that are called from the Torah, so it's appropriate to say a blessing of the Torah first. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'asok b'divrei Torah. Harev na Adonai Eloheinu et divrei Torah bifinu u'v'fi amacha be'Yisrael v'niyana anachnu v'tzetzeinu v'tzetzeinu. Beit Yisrael, Kulani Yodei Shemech V'Lamdei Torah Tech Lishma Baruch Atah Adonai Hamamei Torah L'Mo Yisrael Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher B'Chad Banu Mikol Hamim V'Natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai. No.